Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sukma Pratiwi, and my study number is 1898203051. And today I want to present my thesis proposal, and title is The Influence of Using Small Group Discussion Toward Speaking Ability at the 10th grade of SMA Prima Kota Bumi, academic years 2021-2022. Chapter 1 is Introduction, Background of Problem. Speaking has important role in daily life. What is used to communicate and share their ideas with other people on oral forums. Speaking was needed by everyone because it was a way to express and share the speaker's thinking and feeling to other people directly. Listener would to able to catch the message of what the speaker said if the speaker has good speaking ability. A good speaking ability influences fluency, pronunciation, vocabularies, grammar, interaction, and articulation. So, the speaker should fulfill this component so that she or he could say capable in speaking. 1.2 Identification of problems. Basic problem, besides the background of problem above, the researcher identifies the problem that might appear. The first, student learning activities are still low and less activity. The second, when delivering the material, the teacher still applies the method conversational learning. And the last is the small group learning method has not yet been implemented discussion learning speaking skill. 1.3 Limitation of the problems. Decide on the identification of problem above, focus on investigating the influence of using small group discussion method towards student speaking ability and 10th grade of SMA Prima. 1.4 Formulation of problems. Is there significant influence of using small group discussion method toward student speaking ability at the 10th grade of SMA Prima Kota Bumi? 1.5 Researchers' objective. Besides of the problem formulation above, the purpose of study in the determine the interest in learning activities through the small discussion group method towards speaking abilities. About the 10th grade of SMA Prima Kota Bumi. 1.6 Uses of the research. The result of research is expected to useful both the orally and practically on speaking activity and SGD method. Particularly, the result of this research is extends can be used for English teacher to give information about advantage or stage of small discussion group in teaching productive skills. And the next researchers is it will be used for reference to the next researcher who are going to conduct the similar topic of the research. Chapter 2 Theory Review 2.1 Theory Review 2.1.1 Concept of speaking. Speaking was a way to communicate. When people speak, they are called the share, express information, knowledge, idea, opinion, and experience. 2.1.2 the component of skill. There are aspects of speaking in line with Harris 196 18 at 4 of 5 components on generally recognizing analysis of speech. The first, pronunciation. The second is tenses, grammar. The third is grammar. The fourth is vocabulary, and the last is fluency. 2.1.3, the concept of teaching speaking. Teaching is guiding and facilitating learning, enabling the learner to learn, setting the condition of learning. 2.1.4, concept of small group discussion is, in small discussion group, everyone takes turns giving their impulses and opinions about two subjects. Members listen to each other, think about how they agree and disagree with others' comments, and depending upon the assessment component to consist. 2.1.5, the procedure of teaching speaking using small group is, as the group solve above or comes to a conclusion, every person needs to know how is other members think and feels. In order accompanies this is important to follow some basic rules. And 2.1.6, frame of thinking. Based on the review, in the theory's review of previous research problems that has been explained in the theory above, the researchers assumed that the SGD methods will provide a positive influence on speaking achievement. 2.1.7 is hypothesis. In line to theories and explanation about researcher formulated hypothesis as follows. There is no significant influence of using small group discussion method toward student speaking achievement at the 10th grade of SMA Prima Kota Bumi, academic years 2021-2022. HA, there are significant influence of using small group discussion method toward speaking achievement at 10th grade of SMA Prima Kota Bumi, academic years 2021-2022. And Chapter 3, Researchers Methodology. 3.1, Research Method. Experimental research is enables the researchers to go beyond description and prediction, beyond identification of relationship to at apart determining of what choose experimental design has content uniques, as explaining by Frankie and colleges 2012. Experimental research is unique in two important respects, in which is the only one researcher that the directly experimental to influence a particular variable, the design of substitutes with the researcher purpose including conducting this research. 3.2, Population, Sample and Sampling Technique. 3.2.1, population, according to Arikunto, states in Encyclopedia of Educational Evaluation that a population is a set of all elements processing on one or more attribute of interest. 3.2.2 Sample. Sample is a part of population of observation. The researchers takes the third grade student as the sample of the research. It consists 14 students, 5 male and 9 female. 3.2.3 Sampling technique. In this research, the researchers using purpose sampling order to reach a target sample quick. The researchers take this sampling technique because the English teacher in this school, Mr. suggests to researchers to conduct the researcher in the third grade. Sis also explained to the researcher that students in this class have high motivation to master English, but then difficult to encourage and improve their knowledge. 3.3 Research Instrument of Speaking Ability. 3.3.1 Conceptual Definition of Speaking Ability. Based on the theory, it can conclude the speaking achievement in a process and the result of what an individual has learned from some educational experience of delivering what is some things and feel verbally and orally by accompanies tasks, skill, knowledge, and effort toward of the goals beside of objectives of the curriculum. 3.3.2 Specification of instrument speaking ability. Based on the conceptual definition and the operational definition as discussed above, the specification of speaking instruments are based on the 5 aspects, namely vocabulary, pronunciation, comprehension, fluency, and grammar. Okay, that's all of me. Billahi fisabilil haq, fastabiqul khairat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.